So my name is Joshua McClure, and this is my video submission for my EDU 262 course, my Early Childhood Administration. So as again, I've also titled this notebook Work because this was my ongoing work notebook for the fall 2019. And in this book, I went on ahead and printed off the completed notebook checklist, but also how I divided this was among the tabs, and I did my syllabus and handouts. And then here I have all my modules and different assignments listed on the side. But let's go ahead and get started. The first one is my syllabus and handouts. And so here I have the syllabus. I have the student policies and procedures. I have the NCID instructions. And then I have the actual, how we get our early childhood administrator, the form that we would need to fill out. And then also here is the APA handout. And then we're gonna get right into it. Here's my Module 1 tab. Here's my Module 1 book. Here is one of the handout, the basic PowerPoint guidelines. And then here is the tab for Module 1. This is the advocacy and leadership. And then here is the packet and portfolio information, the due dates, and the guidelines to this. And then behind it of what I did was I just printed off the actual introduction to the assignment, and then as well, when you see on the back of this, it is my actual graded of what I scored from the assignment. And that's how I did all of my things. I kind of paper clipped them just to keep them organized. And then here's the 3 leadership development activities. Here's the advocacy issue. Here's the time, organizational, and management strategies. And then the next one is going to be Module 2. Here's the Module 2 book. And then here's the program and curriculum. And then here again is the due date and assignment in terms of the assignments that is supposed to be completed for this section. And then here again, what I did for all of them, I printed off the sheet that is the instructions, but also the one that had my grade, and the grade is always going to be on the back. So right here. And then behind it was the actual assignment I completed. So this was the 5 family-friendly strategies to involve families. Here was the current topic. Here was described the 3 formative assessment tools, excuse me. And then here we got Module 3. And then again, I printed off the book. And then here is another guide, the video and training booklet for the Early Childhood Environment Rating Scale revised. And it's so funny because I have 2 of the books, the Itters and Eckers, at my center. And I was like, man, this looks familiar. And here it is. And then here's the program assessment. And then again, this was to be completed in the due date. And then here is the staff performance instrument. Here's the instrument for the director performance evaluation. And here was how we evaluate the center. And then right here was the leadership and instrument. And then here was the playground safety. And I will tell you, just to flip back through, this was one of my most favorite assignments, just because when we are looking at the program and seeing of the things and tools that we could use or could not use, or introduce to even new tools that could help benefit, this was one of the ones that were the most eye-opener, because I was like, I have a lot of these tools, but how am I actually using these for my program to help implement some of the things that I'm supposed to be implemented for Itters, Eckers, my star rating, just because we are a 5-star center. And so this was very helpful because it just helped me open my eyes up to the things that I have that I should really be implementing more throughout my program. And then just to flip back through. So this one is module 4. It did not have a book, so I went on ahead and just went right into it. And this is the resources, and this was also the due dates, and also of just a description of what the assignment actually was. And then here behind it is, again, my assignments. But again, what I did was I just printed off the sheet, and then once I printed off, it gave the instructions, but then the back, it gave actually what I scored. And so this one was the resource file for the director. Let's see. Okay. And then the policies and procedures. And the list of resources for library. This was the resources for a family with a child with special needs. And this was also another assignment that I truly enjoyed, because one of the biggest things that was an eye-opener to me was the policies and procedures and the things that I wanted to implement throughout my potential center or whatnot. And as you know, I work for corporate, and corporate already has policies and procedures put into place. But this was also an eye-opener, because this was sort of some housekeeping and things that we did need to implement in terms of exactly what I should or want my center to look like. And I'll be honest with you, this was also a key eye-opener for me, because, I did a staff meeting on this, because I was able to have them out. And I asked, I said, has everybody read their book on policies and procedures? And, some people, yes, some people no, but and like I tell my staff, it's very important for you just not to sign something, but also to sign something to have some meaning behind it, in terms of, let's actually read it and see what our policy and procedure. And it's kind of like your everything, because that's where you find out of everything, of the expectations of your employment, what's expected, what you can and you can't do, and just of how the business is handled. And so right here is module 5. Here's my module 5 book. And then behind it, it was financial management. And then here was my interview with my center director. Now, this has not been graded yet, but I just went on ahead and printed off the sheet of what was expected. And then behind it, I put the director interview. And then right here was the grant sites. And then behind it, again, I went on ahead and put what the actual grant sites were that were given to us. But again, this was a great course that I really enjoyed, and I feel like I did learn a lot. And some of the biggest tools and stuff that I will take from this course, and I will be able to refer back to this book and my other book over here. But it's just really getting deeper into what it looks like to be an admin in early childhood education, but also looking in terms of what I can add, what I shouldn't add, and just being a resourceful person, as just going back and looking at some of the assignments that I did to better help suit within my career. But I can say that this was an eye-opener, and I would recommend anybody before wanting to become a potential director taking this course. All right, thank you.